I hope it's clear to you that my interest in AI goes way beyond just making music. My work probes how AI challenges our views on music, on reality, on consciousness. As humans, we rely on patterns to make sense of the world. Our brains love shortcuts, stereotypes, basically anything that reduces uncertainty. But in an age where AI can mimic human emotions, where robots can express themselves, where machines can generate music that blurs the line between human and machine, those shortcuts, those biases start to fray. The music I create with AI is meant to highlight that fraying. It's meant to show you the cracks in our understanding. The world is much more ambiguous than we like to think, and AI, well, it's a mirror to that ambiguity. In a world where machines can feel, where AI can create, where reality itself seems malleable, how do you define your own experience? That's the big question.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, there is a hopeful counterpoint here. AI doesn't have to be the end of human art.
Whoa, how so?
Well, if AI can handle the mechanical, derivative, predictable aspects of creation, it could free human artists to lean even further into what makes them human, that very friction you're talking about.
Oh, that makes sense.
Furthermore, because AI processes structure in a non-human mathematical way, artists could use it as a tool to create truly alien or novel expressions. Art that expands our aesthetic landscape entirely.
But AI isn't just generating weird art for us to look at in a gallery. The algorithms driving these models are actively acting as the gatekeepers of our daily lives.
Yes, they are.
They are feeding us our reality, and in doing so, they are subtly reshaping that delicate self we discussed at the very beginning. We are living in what Kyle Trika calls the filter world.
Ah, the filter world, yes. That is the reality that platforms like TikTok, Spotify, and Netflix have constructed. Algorithms are now the ubiquitous mediators of culture.
It's everywhere.
Every moment of your digital consumption is filtered and curated to maximize your engagement. This dictates your personal taste, but it also heavily impacts society at large.
Yeah, newsrooms are increasingly forced to chase algorithmic virality and engagement metrics, often at the direct expense of traditional, hard-hitting newsworthiness.
And we really have to look at algorithmic bias here.
Absolutely.
The research is completely clear on this. Algorithmic bias is not a bug in the code. It is a mirror reflecting society.
Let's look at predictive policing algorithms in places like Chicago as an example. And again, just looking at the mechanism impartially here.
Right.
The algorithm is fed historical crime and arrest data to predict where future crimes will happen. But that historical data reflects human decisions about where police chose to patrol heavily in the past.
Exactly.
So the algorithm learns those patterns, directs more police to those exact same marginalized neighborhoods, which results in more arrests there, feeding the algorithm new data that proves it was right.
It creates an endless feedback loop. The algorithm imparts historical data without prejudice, but in doing so, it locks societal biases into an automated cycle.
And as we migrate toward immersive platforms like virtual reality and augmented reality, the privacy concerns escalate from the societal to the deeply intimate.
Oh, it gets much more invasive.
These platforms don't just track what you click. They track your precise eye movements, your pupil dilation, your heart rate, and micro-expressions on your face.
Yes, they're gathering granular data on your involuntary cognitive and emotional states.
Which leads to a terrifying concept from Maurizio Lazzarato called machinic subjugation.
Machinic subjugate.
When you know you are being monitored at that granular biological level, you begin to self-censor. You unconsciously alter your behavior to fit the platform's expectations.
You become seamlessly integrated into the technological system. The algorithm is no longer just predicting your behavior, it is actively shaping your interactions and defining your subjectivity.
So what does this all mean? I want to ask you, the listener, directly. Are we doomed? Are we just trapped in these algorithmic boxes, forced to act in bad faith, playing whatever roles the machine assigns us to maximize engagement? Or can we design our way out of this?
This raises an important question about intention and design. We don't have to accept extraction as the default.
Okay.
The research provides a roadmap for an alternative, emancipatory, participatory, immersive platforms, or EPIPs.
In PPs, what is the goal there?
The goal of an EPIP is to proactively design digital architecture for equity and human flourishing, rather than purely for behavioral extraction.
Okay, what does that actually look like in practice?
It relies on 4 key pillars. First, freedom to act. In a current platform, the company owns your behavioral data. In an EPIP, the architecture ensures decentralized user agency. You own your data and decide how it's used.
That's huge.
Second, freedom to express. Instead of UI design that encourages simplistic, reactionary likes or infinite scrolling, you design interfaces that promote authentic, complex, long-form dialogue.
So changing the actual buttons we press changes how we communicate.
Precisely. Third is freedom to belong, which prioritizes algorithmic transparency to ensure diverse visibility and equitable access rather than just amplifying the most extreme voices for engagement.
Makes sense.
And finally, freedom to think. This means building tools within the platform that show you why an algorithm recommended something, fostering rationality and critical awareness of the systems themselves, rather than keeping the user in the dark.
So it's about consciously building platforms that serve human freedom rather than exploiting human psychology. This has been an incredible journey today. I mean, we started by realizing that the self isn't a solid rock, but a dynamic virtual illusion, an ego tunnel generated by the brain, held together by the friction of self-sensing. And we explored how that brain physically lights up, releasing dopamine in response to the predictive patterns of music. And we've confronted our current algorithmic age where AI can brilliantly mimic our creativity while simultaneously acting as an invisible filter for our entire reality.
It's a profound structural shift in the human condition.
Yeah.
The mirror has fundamentally changed.
And so, we want to leave you with a challenge. The next time you are scrolling through a feed or you let an app autoplay the next recommended playlist, we want you to pause just for a second, break the transparency of the ego tunnel, and ask yourself what forces are truly at play behind the screen.
Consider the underlying architecture mediating that specific moment of your life.
Because here's a final thought to mull over. If the self is largely a dynamic aggregation of our perceptions and our experiences, and algorithms are now curating nearly 100% of our digital perceptions and experiences, are the algorithms merely predicting our behavior, or are they actively coding our sense of self?
Wow.
If we are stuck inside the ego tunnel, looking out through those VR lenses, is stepping away from the algorithm the only way to truly find out who the watcher inside actually is?
It's a question we are all going to have to answer for ourselves.
Thanks for diving deep with us today.